You, boy, why is your blazer off?
Sorry, I was hot.
That's not a good enough excuse. I'm hot, you don't see me taking my jacket off.
Yeah, but...
If you want to carry on like that, you're going to end up with a lunchtime detention.
What harm does it do if he doesn't wear his blazer?
Who on earth are you?
Look at this old-fashioned stuff. I've come too far in the past. What year is it?
It's the geography department. We're always last to get upgraded. It is 2023.
I'm a time traveller from the future. Do you know there's no reliable evidence that a school uniform has any effect on pupils' behaviour?
But I've seen behaviour improve as a result of our uniform policy.
Just uniform? Do you have no other discipline?
Oh yeah, you should see what happens if someone loses a pen.
Look, anyway, like this discussion, uniform policy is at best a distraction from what is important.
And can I ask what it is that's so important?
I don't know. Can you ask?
Oh, may I ask?
Yes, you may. What if I told you there is something you can do that does benefit students, that helps them learn, improves their behaviour and improves their life chances, and it doesn't require you to spend registration period measuring skirt lengths? I'm talking about food. It is an essential part of our life and well-being. You are responsible for feeding all the students in the school, and it needs to be more than an afterthought.
But why is it our responsibility?
Because if you are giving students a free education, surely you should give them free food in order for them to access that education better.
But I still don't see why it's our responsibility to do that. I don't think we've got the money.
The government should fund it, not schools.
Yeah, so maybe we should start asking the government to pay for the school dinners. Yeah, maybe you've got a point.
Not so fast. What about actually giving students decent meals that actually help them to grow and help them to learn?
We do offer some decent food. I mean, I know we've got bacon sandwiches in the morning. I know we do tend to do chicken nuggets, but we do salads sometimes.
Are the salads more expensive than the unhealthier food though?
I mean, I don't know because I just have a panini, but from what I remember, the salads are a bit more expensive.
And surely wouldn't having cheaper, healthier food encourage people to buy that instead of buying unhealthier options?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's our job to make sure that pupils make those healthy choices.
You're the adults. It's your job to enable children and teach them to pick the healthier option.
But I don't think our lunchtimes are too bad.
You don't think lunchtimes are so bad. How do you think 30 to 40 minutes is long enough to eat food?
Well, I managed to get my lunch in 30 minutes.
Well, you're an adult and you don't need to learn how to socialise as much as children and young people do.
Yeah, to be fair, I do spend most of my lunchtime hiding in my classroom.
Why don't we ask pupils themselves?
I think at school, we don't really end up having enough time to eat. It's very quick and we're kind of rushed to do it. We're forced to eat very quickly. We have to shove our food down in order to not be late to the next lesson where they're not letting us eat. And it ends up being this kind of cycle, and it's not good for us to have a healthy relationship with food. We're not going to be able to cope well with food in the future because we haven't been taught to do it since we're younger. I remember in year 8 we had a PSHE about like healthy eating and everything, and thinking about the irony of it because they don't really give us many fruits and veg besides a bit of tomato paste.
My school dinners are actually good. We have a wide variety of food options for people who are lactose intolerant, who can't take gluten, and different options really during break time and lunch. But I think for my school, where the problem comes in is the time it takes you to get your lunch. It's 30 minutes, but if you take out times where you get let out like 5 minutes late, you have 25 minutes, and then we get let in from lunch 5 minutes early. And so that's about 20 minutes already. And then you have that 20 minutes to get your lunch, sit, eat, find a table. And in that moment, you won't have enough time. And if you don't get into class in time, you'd be given a late mark.
There's no fruit pots unless you want to get just grapes that have been sat there for God knows how long. What I get is I get a pasta pot and it's not very good. The cheese is... When I eat something, I want it to be an enjoyable experience. I'm not just eating for, to eat. We've got 40 minutes. So we've got 5 years going back to back, going for food. And when you're going in last, like when your year's going in last, you have to wait even longer. And then sometimes there isn't that food to get.
I go to the deli to see my friend. She's outside and she's really angry. And she said, because they had taken away like her food away from her just because like she didn't have enough money and she was short with 60p. And yes, you can. They allow us to get in minus, but they didn't allow her. I actually don't even know why. But she had no choice not to eat today. And the line takes most of the time of the lunch. By the time you go inside, you end up seeing that you don't really have much time left to eat. They start telling you, you better hurry up because you have to go now. And you have to sometimes just end up having to throw away your food before you even finish it. The bell rings 5 minutes before to go back to classes, and we have to get the uniform check and all that stuff. Even though in the morning we got in, they did the same thing.
I think my main issue is the food itself. The time is fine, we have an hour. There's only 2 years because it's a college, so it's not too long to wait. It's the rising costs that went up this year that don't match the quality of the food. Specific examples are a fry-up breakfast is £1.55 and a singular pot of about 5 grapes is £1.60. For dinner, a burger and chips is £2.70 and a salad is £3.60. And as someone who's previously had poor relationships with food, you just say to yourself, I'm going to wait till I get home. And that's how you develop poor relationship with food, whether that be not eating it at all or eating it every single day and not knowing how to control your diet and weight well.
So like last year we had only like 45 minutes for school dinners. So, and there was like teachers were like taking the students' time, releasing them like 5 minutes late, and they'd release some students earlier, and then the line was so long that other students couldn't even get food, and some would start eating in class, and teachers don't even like it when they eat in class, and then they'll be forced to like throw it away or don't eat. Most people throw it away because they know that if they go into a new class, no other teacher will let them eat their food. But now we get like, I know we get more time, but there's still a problem. The lines are like very long, and sometimes the food also like just like finishes before everyone can have food. I feel like school should just stick like this. Sometimes they should like wear the shoes of other children.
You've really given me food for thought, actually. What is it that you need me to do?
We need to ask the government to help schools provide all students with free school meals. Not only free school meals though, healthy, nutritional school meals that will help students to learn and grow properly. We also need to understand that students need longer, proper dinner times so they can socialise and digest their food properly.
Well, it looks like I've learnt something today. I guess every day is a school day.